Gentlemen, today we are going to cover something on about Morara Kebaso, this guy who has been moving around the country showing the projects that have been launched by Ruto but are not complete. But before we do that, I want to thank those people who have subscribed to this channel and those people who have been viewing my videos. Kindly keep on viewing the videos, and if you have not subscribed, take a second or two to click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this one, YouTube will automatically notify you. And for this particular video, give it a thumbs up so that every time we produce a video, you will always you will make it visible to many viewers. So guys, there's this guy by the name Morara Kebaso, a guy gentleman from Kisii, and I was trying to do more research about him. He's a grandson of George Morara, the former MP for South Migrango, who is said to have been the one, while he was in his official trip to Zambia, when he was in his official trip to Zambia, that was in 1975, after J.M. Karuki had been killed. So there was this guy called Nation Jenga, who is said to have been the one who killed J.M. Karuki. And while he was working in Lusaka, Zambia, he met Nation Jenga. And he came back to the country and asked the government of Jomo Kenyatta to produce Jenga within 48 hours. Guys, within 48 hours, George Morara was dead. So I'm told, I was reading about Morara Kebaso, and he's the grandson of George Morara. That guy was, someone who was fearless, and he always spoke his mind. So Morara has been moving around the country, showing the projects that have been stalled, that they were launched by Ruto. Some of them have been launched twice or thrice. And he has been moving around the country, including projects like what is the name of this stadium that is historic? Kamarin Stadium in West Pokot, that is historic, which is now incomplete. I think the people very soon they will dig it and make it a farm. So I have bad news for Kebaso Morara. You see, in Kenya, people have been rising and they disappear. And I'm telling you, Morara is not an exemption. Very soon, Pastor Ezekiel calls it nyota yake itadidimia. You know why? He's not the first one. There were people who came before him and they are no longer there, including the Gen Z movement that happened recently. You see, well, we thought that the Gen Zs have come to change this country, and I know, for those who don't know, I'm a Gen Z, myself I'm a Gen Z. But when the Gen Z started, it was a good movement. But all revolutions in this world, without a leader, they always just die naturally. And you see, politics will always overshadow everything in any country. When the Gen Z started, I thought Ruto was done. In fact, I was saying, hey, my brother, we have come a long way, but this one, it will land you in fire. And I thought Ruto was finished. But you saw what happened. The Gen Zs came, the first 2 weeks, they were peaceful. But you see, I always tell people, the government is always right, especially when it is wrong. And you see, you can never win a war against government. So what they did is, they started infiltrating the Gen Z. Now goons took over, they will destroy properties and they will blame that on Gen Z, including the parliamentary, the people, the day the Gen Z occupied parliament. That one was one of the biggest. In fact, I think this is the first in the world, this is the first time the civilians have occupied parliament. I saw the youths in Sri Lanka the other day, they occupied State House. But this one, they occupied parliament successfully. And they were like, Mr. Speaker, and they were there. But what happened? Where's the Gen Z now? Nowhere to be seen. And you see, there were people who were selfish inside the Gen Z. The likes of Boniface Mwangi, they were just there for their selfish gain. The more the Gen Zs were there, you know, under the Gen Z there were several groups. We had people who were genuine, real Gen Zs who they thought that this is our age, it is our time, and we need real change in our country. But there are also people who are paid. They were paid to ensure that this movement continues, and they were making money out of it. Imagine a Gen Z bringing coffins to the whole town. They were carrying coffins. A coffin is not that cheap. One coffin can go to around 15,000 to 20,000, and they were bringing around 20 coffins. That's around 400 coffins in Nairobi streets. So there were people who did that, and you see, the more they did that, the politicians also tried as much as possible to be the leaders. We saw people like Kalonzo Musyoka trying to be part of the Gen Z. We saw Okiya Mtata. In fact, Okiya Mtata there was this memorial that was done in Uhuru Park, and people are saying, Okiya Mtata the sixth. Where is Okiya Mtata? He's nowhere to be seen. So we have seen in Kenya, things happen, people come and they go. Now the Gen Z movement, done and dusted. What did Ruto do? Gen Z, you say you are leaderless, you are rudderless, and you don't want to have leaders, you don't want any conversation, you are frustrating people. What did he do? He went for Raila. When he took Raila, now Ruto, all of a sudden, President Ruto is a good person. Ruto and Uhuru is a good man. So I'm telling my brother Morara Kebaso, you are not the first one to be in the limelight. As you appear in the limelight, try as much as possible to be truthful. You see, now people are trusting you. I saw the other day you were saying the president called you, he made a call to you. You want the government to be accountable, but you yourself, you are not accountable for your doings.
Yeah.
You said president called you. We told you, just prove it. Why don't you screenshot the call log? You have the number of the president. You can just confirm. And you see, the more you do that, I saw the other day, I think it was yesterday or the other day, I saw a poster trending on Twitter. You are trending on Twitter. People are saying, Morara, Mulika Morara. They say you have started calling people. I saw you are posting on Facebook. You're asking people to send you money. And you say you cannot call people. Now, there's no problem with you moving around and showing the projects. No problem. And also be fair to the president. You cannot go and show a project of 2016 when Uhuru was the president and Ruto was the deputy, and you started saying this project was launched by Ruto and it just failed. That was not Ruto's government. Ruto is just 2 years into government. He cannot have done all of that. You even go to projects that were launched by Kibaki and you want to blame everything on Ruto. Be fair. Just say this project was for Uhuru government. I wanted to highlight the projects that Ruto have been launching when he came into power and how they are faring on. But I'm telling you also, the limelight will move away from you. Very soon, other people will emerge. You are not the first one. We had the Makore Kasamuel. I've forgotten that guy. Where is he? Kaskazini, the guy that broke the record of Usain Bolt the other day during the battle. The guy was saying, you are fearless, and then all of a sudden we saw him running like no man's business. So, Morara, you are on the limelight. Use it well to build yourself also. You can continue creating your content, but I'm telling you, I've seen people saying, oh, Morara the sixth, that in fact, I saw a post by Lima Queen. He was doing a small opinion poll, and he was saying, if today elections were held today, and you find the name of William Ruto, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Morara Kebaso, who will you vote for? And people are saying they will vote for Morara Kebaso. Don't be happy, don't be excited, young man. The other day we saw, there was Wajakoya the fifth. You remember Wajakoya the fifth when he was saying, oh, Bangi, this and this. But he got only 0.something%. Nobody should cheat you to run for presidency. Just do whatever you are doing. Use it to build your empire, your business empire. You are a lawyer. But I'm telling you, the limelight, very soon, your end is nigh. I'm telling you, I'm not a prophet of doom. But that is the reality. Otherwise, guys, that's what I had for today. Thank you. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.